in regards to the Jacksonville, Florida incident involving William McNeil Jr. and the backlash due to the officer's response to resistance. I have gone back and I've watched the body camera footage numerous times, as I do in a lot of officer body cameras that's released when either the officer's heard or suspect, whatever. While I was watching that, well, let me say this. After he was placed under arrest, the officers, during a search of his vehicle, the officers located a large poker in his driver's side floorboard. Now, I'm going to show you the screenshots and the body camera footage in very slow motion, and you will, in fact, see Mr. McNeil's right hand reach into the driver's side floorboard upon the officer's initial approach, right after McNeil opens the door. In fact, his hand is almost touching the driver's side floorboard. Now, it's an odd place to have his hand at that moment. And then also, I've watched some interviews with Mr. McNeil since, and he stated he started to fear for his life once he opened the door and the officer reached for his gun, placed his hand on his gun. Now, the officer in reality should have pulled his weapon, because anytime someone pops a door open like that, an officer should pull their weapon, because that's a red flag, and it's very odd. Now, Mr. McNeil explained this after the fact. So I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback Mr. McNeil either on opening his door. I understand why he did it. He shouldn't have. Don't do that. But again, I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback that decision by him. But after he did, and then he states in his interviews, that's when he began to fear for his life. And he knew he had that poker in the floorboard. His hand reached down there. Now, I can't say, nor can anybody other than Mr. McNeil, if he actually grabbed it or what once he closed the door and locked the door. But there is a good chance, especially if he feared for his life, he picked that knife up. Now, all of that is why I have been saying over and over and over again, and other experts in this field, their response to resistance was absolutely justified. Because once they broke that window open, again, they want to disrupt what he is thinking. He has had tons of time to sit up there and think, and they want to disrupt that. So by busting the window open, that's one. And then by using a open hand slap, it wasn't a punch in the beginning. It wasn't. It was an open hand slap to his face that's going to throw his OODA loop off. And that's exactly what they, I hope, are trained to do. It's what I've trained officers to do. It's what I've been trained to do. That is what you're supposed to do in that situation, because you do not know if they have a gun, knife, whatever. And in this case, I would almost bet everything Mr. McNeil did have that knife in his hand at some point during that traffic stop. Now, obviously, he didn't. Once they busted the window and hit him, his arms are up. But again, you got to put yourself in the officer's position at that time. Their adrenaline's going to be pumping because they're having to bust a window open. So they bust the window open and they want to distract him. And that's what they did. So they're not going to bust the window open and then step back and go, hold on, let's see if where his hands are. No, that's not what you do. That will get you killed in law enforcement. So all of this explains exactly as I've said. These officers were completely justified in their actions.